Mr. Rai, thanks very much for speaking with us. The stock and the company have been on the radar of quite a few investors, and why not? You've given stellar returns. To begin with, can you tell us, whether or not demand is now back to pre-demonetization levels?
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you for having me on your channel. In terms of the demand in April, it's still sort of lukewarm, I would say. There has been an issue relating to BS3 to BS4 conversion. I think demonetization is behind us, according to me. But what has happened in the month of March is that a lot of the vehicles have been pushed into the market to clear their stocks. So in terms of the actual demand in April, it would have been a little bit, it is a little bit tepid, I think. So March has been a good month, but April has not been such a great month so far.
Right. Would you grow faster, Mr. Rai, good afternoon, Prashant here, than the automobile industry itself?
Yeah, I think, we have always talked about our consolidated business, and on a consolidated basis, we'll certainly grow faster than the Indian automotive business. We still don't know what is the likely, performance of Indian automotive this year, because the big GST is also getting rolled out soon. So we need to see how that pans out. If those tremors are all taken well care of by the Indian industry, I think it would be good from the second half. But overall, it will be still a single-digit growth as I see it in Indian automotive market this year also. And however, on a consolidated basis, we always said that we will grow at least 5 to 10% faster, and we'll continue to stay committed on that position of ours.
Any new OEM clients that you all have signed on?
Well, it keeps happening. I think we have been able to get some good business in the Indian market from one of the tier 1 supplier to Toyota. So that has been a good Indian story. Globally, I think we have got good business out of North America for some of the Ford businesses through a tier 1 Toyo and Instaset. We have got good business with Co-Kinetics and Mitsui going into BMW as well as Ford businesses. We have recently got a business with Rolls-Royce for a small business, but it's a marquee customer. So like that, new customers are there. But what is also equally important for us is to increase our business share with our existing customers. Some of our existing customers have been giving us new businesses, which will get into production this and next year.
Mr. Rai, you depend on two-wheelers in a big way for the majority of your business. Many are forecasting the two-wheeler industry itself to grow only by, 6-7% over the next many years. The only way you will do a lot better than that is if you continue to take market share from other competitors. While you can do that, should we expect that your growth as well going forward could be higher than what the industry is growing, but will be lower than your own growth over the last 4-5 years or so?
I think the point is well taken. I think in terms of how our India business will grow, whether it is two-wheeler or in the automotive space, would be more or less in line with the Indian automotive growth. We are a predominant player in India, so our growth may not really be different than how the industry will grow. But what I've been always saying, when you look at the consolidated business today, Suprajit's business is about 45% outside India and only 55% in India. And of this 55%, only about 60% of it, about say 30% of the overall business is in two-wheelers. So our dependence on two-wheeler itself has come down, number one. Number two, our global business is growing much more rapidly than the Indian business. That's why we still stand by our statement that we'll continue to grow 5 to 10% faster than the Indian automotive growth.
So for FY18, what will be the key growth triggers for your company?
One is certainly our OEM automotive cable business to both Europe and US. I think that will grow faster. We expect to grow our halogen business in the aftermarket a lot more strongly in Europe and rest of the world. We expect to certainly develop new verticals for our non-automotive cable business through our Westcon brand. I think these are the 3 growth drivers which would help us to do better than the domestic industry.
All right, Mr. Rai, thanks very much for speaking with us today. We'll touch base with you.